Mine brought it to me, and I had to pick those. You're eating it,
Yeah,
you're
you gotta
picking
be
out
careful,
lead
those.
shot
Yeah,
out of the,
you gotta pick
delicious
those out.
skin. Yeah, I don't recommend any of these things. This is for, don't do this at home.
No, don't do that
Don't
anywhere.
do that at home.
But
The,
wild turkey, they're great. I mean, I had one. Was it last year? I had the year before, I think. We got a couple of wild turkeys, and it's the dark meat and all. And a lot of people just use the breast, obviously. So it's
Cheers.
Cheers.
they throw away the leg. I didn't do that. I capped everything, cooked everything very slow, marinated, brined it for a long time, a day or so. Even
yeah,
two.
for people who don't know, brining
Yeah,
is to
you wanna
soak in a
brine
brine
it.
solution
Right. And
for as long as you can stand it.
you give much more flavor. You get more moist to
Moisture.
it, but very slow, 300, 325. And it didn't. It did justice to the bird.
Beautiful.
It was good. It was very nice. Little applesauce with that, actually.
Speaking about justice to the bird, the First Baptist Thanksgiving dinner was exceptional, and thanks to our friends at the Bruderhof and the Smokehouse of the Catskills, most of the turkeys we had were smoked, and that helped to reduce the need for oven space. So when you're feeding 200 or 300 of your closest friends on Thanksgiving, think about the Smokehouse of the Catskills
Yes.
up in Veteran, New York, which is just a few short miles from Saugerties Village off of Route 212 between Woodstock and Saugerties. The Veteran Pork Store, Smokehouse of the Catskills, if you remember the old Veteran Pork Store, that's the same location. And they do a great job. Also the dinner at the Clinton Avenue United Methodist Church was very well received, and all the meals were delivered by approximately 1 p.m. Hundreds of people had had their meals delivered if they were homebound or otherwise unable to attend the sit-down dinner at First Baptist. So we want to thank all the volunteers and the churches themselves for being supportive of the community, not just on the holiday, but every day. And speaking of people that are community-minded, the Catskill Mountain Railroad's running the Polar Express for 7 weeks this year, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today is Sunday. They have a 2, 4, 6, and 8 o'clock trains through the end of the year. There are a couple of Wednesdays and Thursdays thrown in for good measure. You have to go online. Most of the tickets and seats are sold out. You have to check the times that are available still online. The Catskill Mountain Railroad been serving the community for many, many years, and they're doing a great job. Polar Express getting top billing. We've gotten rave reviews from customers who've been to the other locations in Saratoga and Connecticut and Pennsylvania, and we are getting top billing. #1 event of its kind in the Northeast, not to be missed. If you're not in the position to or can't get a seat on the trains, being that they're mostly sold out, you can still shop in the tent or tents down at the Kingston Plaza. And thanks to Save On for the tent rental, and Scott Harrington, thank you very much. The tents are filled with merchandise, not the least of which is Michael's Candy Canes, and Michael's Chocolates. Mike Briglia, also a supporter of our show. We want to thank you, Mike, and thank your family for making super quality candy. We have even some candy coal for our county executive. The candy coal made here in Kingston as well. All different flavors. We want to remind our Italian American folks that are listening that we have amaretto. Is it amaretto? Anisette, pardon me, anisette flavored candy canes, which are not largely available elsewhere. So we have a limited supply of anisette flavored candy canes, as well as wintergreen, peppermint, chocolate covered, and cherry flavored heart-shaped candy canes for the kids. So check it out. Solid chocolate trains also. And we have for snacks today, thanks to our sponsors like Paul from the Liquor Barn on Smith and Cornell in Midtown, near the main post office. You want to check out Paul's Liquor Barn as often as you can. open 7 days a week. Long hours, and we want to thank Paul for being there, serving lots of wines, including Italian wines and Prosecco and all sorts of wonderful stuff. So today we have snacks to go with. Can you read what that is? We have some Italian
These
grilled,
guys?
flavored.
I gustosi, Italian
nice.
grilled. Italian grilled. Nice. Flavored
Something.
chips.
Yeah, we're just snacking today.
This is product of Italy. Huh?
Yeah, these are all. We try and get
Low
everything made
saturated
in Italy.
fat. No.
And
Oh,
I hear they're
GMO
good.
free.
We got
What
all
is this,
kinds of biscotti. That's another
Yeah, the
brand
biscotti,
that we
yeah.
haven't tried yet. Imported every Sunday here. We try local products as well
Chocobelli,
as imported
Campucci.
Italian products. We're trying to support
Al cioccolato.
both sides of the pond. And
Sure. Why not?
Mike Brigley's family is going on 100 years in the candy business. The Michael's Candy
they?
Corner. Michael's been there for 37 years, but Michael's Candy's been in business since 1917.
Ha.
So we're talking about 99.9 years in the business in Kingston, New York. And again, the product's available at the Kingston Plaza, thanks to our supporters like Savona's Plaza Pizza and DeBella's, also out there on Lucas Avenue. Plaza Pizza, of course, in the Kingston Plaza uptown, out on Morton Boulevard as well.
Yay.
We want to thank them for their support, and we also have to thank Steve and Gwen at Stone Soup. We want to thank Nick at Dallas Hot Wieners in Midtown and in the town of Ulster. Broadway stores, I believe the oldest, they have 5 stores, one uptown Kingston and one in Saugerties Village on Partition and Main intersection, also one up in Albany. And we want to thank Nick and the hard workers there always for clean, fresh, and good food, reasonably priced. And we want to raise a glass again to anybody who couldn't be here. Danielle and Helena,
Even though I don't have
Italia,
anything in here.
Joe Lima, and
Drink some air.
Liz and Giuseppe. Wish them all, hope they had a happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully we'll see them soon. Our regulars, Al with the birdhouses, are now available at Broadway Arts.
Yeah. Yay.
Al Massa from Broadway Arts says birdhouses,
There was a
as
drop
nice
in there,
as they
so.
are now available in local art galleries. They're available online at almassaart.com, and they're also available at Adams
Keeps
Fair
getting
Farms,
some of
where
this.
you can find a huge array of Italian-American specialties, imported and otherwise, meats, cheeses, olive oils, and vinegars, and pastas, and sauces, and tons of garlic, and all sorts of wonderful items you'll discover every time you go there, something new. That's where these snacks came from. So we try to patronize local businesses. We don't mind importing stuff. We do it all the time. We try to share the love. And thanks to our supporters and listeners on the Italian show. I'm going to ask Warren if he can find some seasonal music in Pavarotti. I was thinking of Ave Maria. I don't know if you can dig that one out. We are going to be doing some interesting projects after the holidays. We have to get through the holidays. I have cookbooks to give out. We want people to write in a postcard. Send a postcard. We'll enter you to win pizza and other interesting gift certificates like Joe B's Sandwich Shop and Tony's Pizzeria, DeBella's, Savona's Plaza Pizza. You can win gift certificates and Stone Soup gift certificates as well. You'll be entered to win every week. Send a postcard here to the Italian Show or the Italian Air at 718 Broadway, care of WKNY. And I am Fran Gooch. I hope Warren's in there. Is he listening? I want to see if we can
He's
play
listening,
some
he's listening.
Ave Maria by Pavarotti, Luciano Pavarotti, if we can find it. And that's one of my favorites. That would go out to my mother. She likes that song. She liked a lot of things Pavarotti sang over the years. And would be
To
It's
another
Ave
bar.
Maria, but not Pavarotti.
all right. Well, we got Ave Maria. They're all good versions. Pavarotti happens to be one of my favorites, and we'll bring that in. Whoops.
Up.
Oh, that happens when you can't see. Better? All right.
More.
You got it?
That's not that.
Try this one.
I can't see. Which?
Try this one. This
The
one.
next one.
No, this one here.
Okay, better.
Better.
Try this one.
Nah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're listening to Ave Maria. Not sure whose version it is. It sounds good.
So, the story of the toiki. What did you do? What was it?
Well, we had the wild turkey that I overcooked. And I fell asleep. Woke up to the smell of burning turkey. And I dissected it and found a few morsels of the breast meat that were still edible. And I was picking the pellets out from
Hello,
the 12
Italia.
gauge. You know, the 12 gauge pellets from my drive-by turkey collector. I had a redneck with a pickup truck, and he was disabled, so he was allowed to, at least in theory, hunt from his non-mobile position of his pickup truck. And on farms, you have normally a lot of levity when you have thousands of acres, farms, and no neighbors. You can get away with that type of behavior. Not recommended, but interesting. So we had a lot of wild turkeys. I raised them myself. I had a troop, they call them, a troop of wild turkeys on the apple orchard on the farm. They came 40 of them at a time. I think I've seen as many as 60, but 40 was like a normal group of turkeys walking through.
I'll tell you a story about me and my father trying to kill a turkey. We used to raise turkey, white turkeys. So the turkey is ready to be slaughtered. Now this is November. This is about 35 to 40 years ago. I was a kid. So we grabbed the bird, we tied up the bird, and the bird doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to go. He wants to stay. We fought with that bird like it was fighting against Tyson. We put him in a bag. We tried to do anything that wasn't so stressful and violent.
Try to
That bird
calm
got
him
out of
down.
the. No, forget about
Wouldn't-
it. That
wouldn't
thing
wanna
got
hear
out
it.
of the sack. He just started to run. And I don't know. After that, I'm not gonna say the story, but it was a rough time for the
Yeah.
bird and for us.
But turkeys are quite incredible. The white
Strong,
ones
so
can be
strong.
big. The
Oh,
white
man.
ones go up to 45 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And they're strong like ox or strong like bull. When they fly, of course, they don't like to fly much. The farm ones are a lot heavier, but they flap their wings and they beat you to death with their wings like a swan. If you ever see a swan, it's similar, about 45-pound bird. So, and we had a neighbor who won a turkey in a turkey shoot. Unbeknownst to them, it was a live turkey. Normally, it would be frozen. So they gave him the live turkey, and they said, "Good luck with that. Let us know how you make out." And they took it home and they dispatched it, and of course they forgot to close the Bilko doors. So down the cellar he went, and all over the washer and dryer and the laundry and the stored food and the tools and the lawnmower and the snowblower and everything was the remains of the turkey flying around without a head.
Oh,
Well,
that's
we
disgusting.
didn't do. We kept the head on.
Ah,
We don't like animal with no heads or humans.
yes. All right, we're back in the Italian show on WKNY.
Hi,
I'm
everyone.
Frank Gooch. In the house, we have Graziano Tecchio, and we're graced by the presence of some friends and neighbors, Angel and Dennis, and
Hey.
we're talking about holiday stuff, memories, and of course we always have snacks and food. What do you got in that bottle? Is some yellow liquid without a label. This is very scary territory. It's supposed
is
to
that?
be an
Lift it
Italian
up.
show. Is this Italian?
That's limoncello.
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 It matches
Limon,
his
yeah.
shirt.
Nice. It's really
Match-
yellow.
yeah.
It matches
Matches the
Riley's
shirt.
art gallery on Broadway in Midtown.
Yup.
The Into Yellow. And what other
How's it
names do we
taste?
have for that? The Poptimistic
How about-
Gallery. We have some
He
sangria.
said it
Yeah.
tasted like medicine.
Welch's Sparkling.
Yeah, we're doing
That's
Welch's
good.
sangria.
Non-alcoholic.
Right, this
Hey,
is,
non-alcoholic.
we're going to be getting heavily into the alcohol after the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Because the winters here in Ulster County are long. Like so
Very
many
long.
things, very long.
they
too
feel like
long.
years.
And I need my giant bottle of Amaretto di Serrano.
Now, you've been working between the Amaretto
Oh,
and the
man.
Limoncello, you've been actually getting some work done on art galleries in Midtown. You're a big
Yes.
benefactor of
Yeah,
the arts
yeah.
in Kingston and Ulster County. Can you tell us more about what's happening?
Well,
So much for the Bishkot. They're slippery little buggers.